Hello there. Thank you all for watching. April 1st, 2200. The election has come to an end with Jonathan Archer winning a third term. He will serve until January 1st, 2110. July 5th, 2200. The Starfleet Design Bureau has submitted two designs for review. One is another multi-mission class named the Walker class. The Walker class was designed in the early 2200s to be a multi-mission vessel that can perform any task. At a length of 400 meters and a width of 250 meters, it has a crew complement of 200 spread across 13 decks. It is outfitted with a Type 8 gravimetric warp drive and it can sustain a warp factor of 5.5 for extended periods of time. The class has a Type 8 deflector shield and a titanium hull plating. It's also armed with two medium pulse phaser banks and two photon torpedo launchers. The class has multiple tractor beam emitters, matter transporters, lander pods, a duotronic main computer, a experimental subspace sensor suite, and specially designed electronic countermeasures that interfere with most forms of sensors in use by other governments. The other class up for review is a replacement for the Franklin class, named the Malachowski class. The Malachowski class was designed in the early 2200s to be a replacement for the Franklin class Explorer. At a length of 200 meters and a width of 100 meters, it has a crew complement of 80 spread across 10 decks. It's equipped with Type 3 deflector shields and titanium hull plating, as well as being armed with two light modulated phasers and two Type 4 photon torpedo launchers. The class has multiple tractor beam emitters, a matter transporter, a pair of shuttle pods, extensive close and long range sensors, and a duotronic main computer. August 8th, 2200. Starfleet has commissioned two Malachowski-class vessels, the USS Malachowski and the USS Direwolf. Starfleet has also ordered two more of the class, but they have been delayed due to budgetary constraints. The USS Malachowski will be commanded by Captain Jebediah Miller, who previously served as medical officer on board the USS Gagarin under Ziva Vegas. The USS Direwolf will be commanded by Captain Alexander Murphy, who was the captain of the USS Evergreen, but that ship has been marked for decommissioning. November 5th, 2200. The colony on Tau Ceti has had an outbreak of the Serpian flu. The planetary governor has requested Starfleet send a vessel with medical supplies, and to provide general assistance. Starfleet Command has ordered the USS Direwolf back to Earth Space Dock to pick up medical supplies, and to transport them to Tau Ceti. January 1st, 2201. A trader has approached one of our trade outposts and has offered us an artifact of some kind, which the trader claims can bend time for a short period of time. After further inspection, the artifact uses extremely rare time crystals, and the only known deposit of time crystals is on the Klingon world of Boreth. With this knowledge, we have decided to purchase the artifact from the trader so that we may conduct research on the device. February 13th, 2201. The Benzarian Chancellor Paizen Hoya has arrived on Earth to sign the final Ascension Treaty, bringing the Benzarian Commonwealth into the Federation as a member world. The Benzarians are outwardly pacifist and have refused to contribute to Starfleet, as they see it as partially a military organization. So they have been given special dispensation so that they only have to contribute to solely scientific projects. February 24th, 2201. After close examination of the time crystal device, it suddenly shattered, making it useless. Luckily, detailed scans were taken so we can still continue to research the device, and now that we know of its existence, maybe we can find more of these relics. May 1st, 2201. The Rigelian Consortium and the Betazoid Houses have approached the Federation Council with the idea of forming a non-aggression treaty. President Jonathan Archer will be personally signing the treaty with the leader of both governments in the coming days. June 1st, 2201. The USS Direwolf and Captain Murphy have prevented the Serpian flu outbreak from spreading further. Better still, a cure for the particular strain affecting the colony was discovered in time to save the lives of those infected. The outbreak has officially been declared over and all quarantine procedures have come to an end. February 13th, 2202. The Xindi Council has a new ruler, and as a result, they have been more open to future relations with other governments, including the Federation. Negotiations have been started in hopes of forming a trade agreement and other beneficial agreements with the Xindi Council in the future. December 4th, 2202. The Afrasian Ministry has applied for Federation membership. The Federation Council has approved the start of Ascension negotiations. March 4th, 2203. Our diplomats have spent years negotiating the Axanar's ascension into the Federation, and today is the day of the signing ceremony. After the ceremony, they will become a full-fledged member of the United Federation of Planets. Whilst being a member of the Federation, they will still handle their own worldly affairs, as long as they abide by Federation law. May 21st, 2203. Starfleet has finally commissioned the other two Malachowski-class vessels as the USS Geisha and the USS Centauri. The USS Geisha will be commanded by Captain Lizzie, who previously served as a tactical officer on the USS Hawking under Jay Sinful. The USS Centauri will be commanded by Captain Ren Evermore, who previously served as the first officer on the USS Gagarin under Ziva Vegas. March 2nd, 2204. The Hellas Planitia on Mars has been turned into a real sea as water filled it completely. In synchronous orbit, giant orbital mirrors reflect the sun back towards the surface, increasing the temperature of Mars. Paul Boone, the leader of the Mars Terraforming Project, says that Mars will never be a true Earth. It is too small and too far away from the sun, but it has a beauty all of its own. April 13th, 2204. The Deltan Union has formally invited us to join the Interspecies Medical Exchange. While the medical needs of most species are unique, there is logic in pooling resources to aid in research of various medical problems. July 3rd, 2204. During a clandestine mission to the surface of Al Rigel, one of our shuttles was intercepted by a squadron of atmospheric fighters belonging to a local nation-state. A lucky missile hit disabled the shuttle's engines and it crashed in a dense remote wilderness region. We must evacuate survivors before any natives of the planet discover them. The nearest vessel is the USS Centauri under Captain Ren Evermore, which has been ordered to Al Rigel at maximum warp. August 2nd, 2204. Operatives from the USS Centauri have managed to evacuate several survivors from the crashed shuttle on Al Rigel. The remaining debris was destroyed in a controlled explosion, leaving nothing but a small crater for the local nation-states to find. January 2nd, 2205. Starfleet has been planning a deep space exploration mission that is unlike any other. The ship picked to go on this mission will be outfitted with the resources needed to sustain itself without resupply for 3 years. This 3-year mission aims to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. The captain selected was Jay Sinful. He will be given command of a new Malachowski-class vessel, named the USS Venus, and his old ship, the USS Hawking, is marked for decommissioning. Captain Jay Sinful is en route to Earth, then him and his crew will set out on their long mission. October 28th, 2205. Former Federation President Nathan Samuels has passed away of natural causes in his home on Earth. He was 112 years old. A state funeral has been planned with a suspected turnout of over 1 billion citizens wanting to pay their respects. February 14th, 2206. The USS Venus and crew have set off on their 3-year mission into deep space. The Venus has also been equipped with communication systems that should allow communication with Starfleet Command, but the further they go, the spottier the communications will be. August 1st, 2206. Starfleet has commissioned a Minuteman-class vessel named the USS Belgrande. The Minuteman class was designed in the late 2190s to be a heavy transport capable of carrying goods or personnel. At a length of 300 meters and a width of 150 meters, it has a crew complement of 150 spread across 20 decks. It is equipped with Type 5 deflector shields and titanium hull plating. It's also armed with 2 light modulated phasers, 1 medium modulated phaser, and 1 photon torpedo launcher. The class has a large number of lander pods, multiple matter transporters, large cargo bays, duotronic main computer, and a large amount of extra cramped living quarters, making the vessel capable of carrying an extra 500 personnel, and an ideal choice for planetary landings, or to act as a troop transport when needed. September 14th, 2206. The USS Venus has detected a distress call and changes course to render assistance. Arriving at the distress call, they discover a passenger transport that has been damaged in an ion storm. Captain Jay Sinful dispatches an engineering team to assist, and once repairs are completed, the USS Venus will return to exploring deep space. September 23rd, 2206. Federation President Jonathan Archer has passed away. According to the Federation Charter, the Vice President shall become the acting president, while a special election is held. The state funeral for Archer has been planned on Earth. October 1st, 2206. Now that President Archer's funeral has been held, the special election has started, and it will end on December 17th. The candidates are Governor Gora Bim Grawl, Governor Maxwell Forrest, Captain Harry Palm, and retired Starfleet Captain Ignacio Martinez. Gora Bim Grawl's agenda is focused on increasing trade with other governments and improving relations with them. Maxwell Forrest's campaign is focused on expanding Starfleet's ability to protect the Federation. Ignacio Martinez's agenda is focused on the scientific development of Starfleet. Harry Palm's campaign is based upon expanding the Federation, whether that be expanding Starfleet or bringing in more member worlds. December 17th, 2206. Gora Bim Grawl has won the special election, and will serve until January 1st, 2210. February 13th, 2207. The Deltan Union has applied for Federation membership, and the Federation Council has approved the commencement of formal ascension negotiations. The Deltan Union is the first government that has had large amounts of controlled space, which would be transferred directly to the Federation, and the Deltan homeworld of Day will remain under the control of the Deltan Union's planetary government. April 9th, 2207. A cave that goes more than 2 kilometers underground on Mars has recently been discovered, and a team of scientists went to investigate. Close to the end of the cave, they find a shallow pool of water, but the water added in terraforming could not possibly be this deep underground. After further investigation, it is discovered that this is ancient water, but not just any ancient water. There were millions of fossilized insects in it. This has proven that at one point in history, Mars did carry life. June 6th, 2207. Starfleet Academy instructor and former captain Amir Hamadi has passed away at his home on Earth. He was 121. His funeral has been planned, and a large number of enrollees at Starfleet Academy have requested permission to attend. January 6th, 2209. The USS Venus has discovered a rare planet on sensors. During the survey of the planet, we uncover rare resources, and we have found no sentient life on the planet, so we shall deploy an engineering team to extract the resources. August 8th, 2209. To the military minds of Starfleet, Mars offers a unique strategic advantage. It is now fully terraformed and accessible, but it is not as fragile as Earth. A few commanders suggested that the interplanetary defenses should be moved from Earth to Mars. The idea was proposed to the Federation Council, and they have approved the proposal. And so, the Mars Defense Perimeter was born. August 14th, 2209. The USS Venus has returned from its 3-year mission. Its crew and captain are to be debriefed, then they will be given a few months of shore leave. The 3-year mission was a resounding success. Captain Jay Sinful successfully made contact with multiple alien species and rendered assistance when needed, not to mention all the scientific data that we received. Starfleet Command has decided to plan more of these missions in the future. January 1st, 2210. The election has begun, with the candidates being incumbent Gora Bim Grawl, Governor Maxwell Forrest, Captain Harry Palm, and retired Captain Ignacio Martinez. Gora Bim Grawl's agenda is the expansion of Federation member worlds and founding new Federation colonies. Maxwell Forrest's agenda is the expansion of Starfleet's ability to defend the Federation. Harry Palm's agenda is the expansion of the Federation, whether that be political expansion or the expansion of Starfleet. Ignacio Martinez's agenda is focused on the scientific development of Starfleet. Voting will take place on all Federation worlds, and the voting will end on April 1st. Thank you all for watching. If you like the specifications of the ships, there is a link in the description below detailing the current state of Starfleet vessels. Don't forget to check out the Star Trek New Horizons mod for Stellaris, of which I used to make this video. As always, have a wonderful day.
Live long and prosper.